Hi everybody, Scott Nell here with Scott Nell Team. I'm here with my friend Janice Cohen with Retirement Funding Solutions. She is a reverse mortgage specialist. Our topic today is, why do reverse mortgages have a bad reputation? Because they really get a mixed bag. So tell us the realities of why it has a bad reputation, and then the realities of why maybe it's not so bad.
It's a great question, and I have to fight against the reputation of the reverse mortgage every day of my life. And I understand reverse mortgages have a bad rap. And when I explain to people what the reality is and how that bad reputation came into being, they usually feel much differently than they did when they asked the question.
Sure.
So I want to answer the question for you. Why do they have a bad reputation? Well, I want you to think back maybe 10 years ago. Values were at an all-time high. And in reverse mortgage world, loan proceeds were at an all-time high.
Right.
We were lending not 50% estimated as we do today, depending on the age of the borrower. We were lending closer to 75% of the value of the home.
Really?
Yes. And I will tell you, I had at least one experience where the home value, let's say for instance, was $400,000. We lent this lady $300,000. She was at the time maybe 75 years old.
Right.
It's 10 years later. There's been a significant dip. We're talking about the mortgage crisis.
Right.
Significant dip in her value to really below $300,000.
Okay.
Which in vast areas of the country, you were seeing that here in California. I live in California now. I began my career on the East Coast. We were seeing that all over. We were seeing 33% drops in value.
Yes.
The market fluctuates, and we know that. But when we lend money on a reverse mortgage, we're hoping, of course, as the lender, that the value of the home is just going to keep going up, because we're not asking for payments from our clients. We're saying to them, we're lending you this money. You've got plenty of equity in your home. Sit back, relax, enjoy your retirement. And when you leave the house permanently, that's when we'll worry about the equity that's left in your home.
Right.
And the children are saying, well, you know, the house, it'll go up in value and we'll still get plenty of an inheritance, which under ideal circumstances is exactly what's supposed to happen.
Sure.
So years and years ago, we're lending 75%. I lent this lady $300,000 on her $400,000 home. The home is now worth less than $300,000, and she's taken out all of the money that we've given her.
Right.
So now her loan balance is growing, and she's actually underwater, which can happen. She leaves the house permanently, she passed away, and her children were not going to receive inheritance from the sale of the home. They understood that, but the great thing about the reverse mortgage is that while the children may have been very unhappy about not having had an inheritance from the sale of the home, it was a non-recourse loan, which meant that even though the house was underwater, the family did not have to bring one penny to the transaction table when the sale of the house occurred.
Right.
The loan, the deficiency was paid by the Department of Housing and Urban Development.
Right.
So the lender was made whole by HUD. The children did not receive any money, which they would have had they not done the reverse mortgage. However, this family had 4 children, only one of whom was financially able to support mom.
Right.
The decision was made because the one son who was able to help financially had twin sons going off to college. That was when the decision to do the reverse mortgage came about. He was the only one who was feeling pretty good about the decision to do the reverse. But really what was happening in doing the reverse mortgage is that the responsibility to care for mom was being distributed evenly among the 4 siblings.
Right.
Had he continued to support mom on his own, he'd basically be financing the inheritance of the other 3 children.
He would have taken the full burden.
He would have taken the full burden, and he would have said, I'm doing this so that my 3 siblings can have a home that's free and clear that they can inherit when mom is no longer with us. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm sure there are some people who are in that situation who are happy to do that for mom, dad, and their siblings.
But most people aren't able to.
Most people, truthfully, are not able to. They have their own financial responsibilities. So we're the sandwich generation. We're faced with the choice, who do we take care of first? We have to triage. Are we taking care of mom and dad, or are we taking care of the children? You know, we're in between these children who need our help, who are going to more and more expensive colleges and universities. Then we have our parents, and it's extraordinarily expensive to age in place in our nation, but particularly in Los Angeles, because everything's more expensive: food, gas, heat.
Right.
So there are a lot of things to think about as we age.
Absolutely. Fantastic information.
My
Thanks
pleasure.
again for visiting us. We really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me, Scott.
You're welcome.
No, you're welcome.
Hey everyone, if you'd like more information about myself or my amazing team, check out scottnellteam.com or subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.